Well, hello, it's Yvonne from the Fabric Hut. Hey, I have another really quick gift idea for you today. These are pencil holders that you can hook to your notebooks, to your study manuals. It holds 2 pens. This one I keep on my day planner, and I also use it as a bookmark. See how the elastic is wrapped around? It automatically opens me to the right page when I open it up, and it has my pens in it. So these are just real fun, quick gift ideas. These are another 10-minute quick gift idea. So join me at the machine and we'll see how to make these. Are you ready for one more really fast holiday idea, gift giving idea? Okay, we're going to start with, these are from the Morning Mist mini strip collection, 10-inch strips. You need one that is 10 and 2 cut down to 8. Okay, so fold your 10-inch strip in half. Decide which side you like the best to be the front. I think I like this because it has more leaves than that one. So fold it in half, give it a little finger press across the top. And then because it's a 2.5-inch strip, we know that 1 1/4 inch is halfway. So there's my 1 1/4, and I'm going to just draw a line right down that center. Okay, and I'm going to take one of my 8-inch strips, and I'm going to place that right on the bottom corner of that, just like that. And I'm going to sew right on that line all the way down. I am going to back stitch at the top because I don't want that coming open when the pencils go in, and just stitch right on that line. Now I used a friction pen, so when I press it, that's going to just go away. See right there? We'll pull it up and give it a press just to prove that it really is going to go away. They tend to sometimes leave a little bit of white residue, but you notice I picked a white background fabric, so if it does come back and give me a little residue, doesn't matter. Yeah, you can use a pencil, you can use whatever marking tool you like. You can put on a gauge on your machine and sew it however you like to get that. Okay, so there we got that. Now we're going to take our elastic, and this one does have a little bit of a right and wrong. So I am going to put it with the wrong side up, and I'm going to center it right there. Now, notice I'm putting it on the end that has the white, okay? I want it here, and then I'm going to put this one on top. Now, the reason I put it down there is because I'm going to leave this end open for turning, and it will be easier for me to get these pressed under and aligned than it will to align all of these layers. So that's what I did. And then I'm going to just take a 1/4 inch seam, again, back stitch at the top, just so it makes your life easier. All about making your life easier. And come within a 1/4 inch from the bottom. Now on my foot here, I have a little mark right here that when this fabric gets to that mark, I know it's a 1/4 inch, and I can just turn it. So that makes it real simple for me. Now, that elastic is right there. I don't need to double over the elastic or overstitch the elastic because I am going to top stitch. So just give it one stitch over it, and then all the way up this side. And reverse. Okay. Had a little bit of a pucker there in my reverse, but that's going to be okay. I'm going to trim off these bottom corners like that, and then I'm going to turn this. going to stick my thumb all the way up in that hole and then fold it over my finger. I'm not going to pull the elastic because this elastic is a little bit finer elastic and I don't want it to get all stretched out. So I'm just going to flip it over my finger and give it a pull. Now, if you were using a little bit beefier elastic, you could just use that to pull it, but I'm not. Okay, and then I'm going to use my point turner and just get those corners out nice and strong. Get really pretty bottom corners on there. Okay, that one's, okay, there we go. See that? With my elastic, and now because I put it face down, the pretty side is up here. That's the reverse side. Okay, bring my pressing mat back out. And I want to give this all a little press, keeping it nice and smooth. You can't see what I did, but I actually licked these two fingers because then I can use that moisture to help me roll out that seam. When I'm doing a lot of these, I have a little bowl with a sponge in the bottom of it that I just dip my fingers in. Oh, since I'm doing just one, I'm going to lick it. Okay, do that. And then fold this in about 1/4 inch. I mean, if you're a little more, a little less, it's okay. Get it folded in there, nice and even. So you see how I use my fingers on the seams first, got it in, and then I'm going to do it from this side too, just to make those seams lay flatter, make sure I'm nice and straight, and then back open. Okay, and see how nice and square that is at the top now? And I'm going to give it a little press. Okay. All right. And now I'm going to take this elastic and I'm going to make sure it's flat and bring it up and tuck it in that top seam there. I tuck it in about 1/2 inch, just like that. And I'm going to start here at the top because I want to get that elastic in before I go on anything else. Let me take off my 1/4 inch foot now and just put on a regular foot so that I can see what I'm doing better. And I'm going to just do a nice close to the edge seam all the way around. Okay, well, that one wants to be stubborn. There we go. There we go. Now, well, no, it's still not wanting. Okay, so if your machine wants to get stubborn and not go over that first little bit, let me pin this so I can let go of it. This is what you're going to do. First, I got to take that back out. What did I do with my seam ripper? I probably took it somewhere silly. But we're going to take that all out. Let me get a new seam ripper out because I don't, oh, there it is, right there, right beside me. Get this knot taken care of and get it out of there. I should have probably stopped when I first found out it wasn't going to go through my machine well. Pull it from the back. Okay, now we got, you know, there's really not a mistake you can make on a sewing machine that can't be fixed with just a little bit of patience and a little bit of ingenuity. Come on, baby. I did a good knot. Okay. There we go. We still have one stitch there. I'm not going to worry about that and just show you what to do to get it past it. So what happened is my machine didn't want to go over this little bump right there at the corner, which happens sometimes. So I'm going to just start in here a little ways. And then as I come around that corner the other direction, or as I come up the other way, I'll be able to pull it a little bit harder, a little bit better, and it should work just fine. Okay, so stop there, turn, and See how I just kind of force it under with my fingernail. If you don't have a nice long fingernail you can do that with. I wouldn't do it with just your hand. Use a stiletto, your seam ripper, something to help push that through. I have a double-pointed knitting needle sitting here that I will use when I don't have good nails. And just go right down to that corner, pivot, and give it a little nudge to start. There we go. Yeah, you got to be real careful because this is a real easy way to get your fingers sewn. So it probably is the best idea to use a little tool. It makes it go really easily. Now this is the one that it didn't want to go around before. One more stitch there. Turn it, and now by using the seam ripper, I can help it go through, help it get started. There we go. No, it's still there. There we go. Now it went. And look at there. 10 minutes and you're done. Now that one's a little ugly because I didn't take real good care there, but there you go. And it will fit right on a composition book, a notebook, whatever kind of book you want. If your book is bigger than this or smaller than this, adjust your elastic. This is a 13-inch piece of elastic, which fits really lovely on one of these books or on a spiral notebook. You see, you have a lot of wiggle room here. Got a lot of wiggle room that you can use bigger notebooks or not. So there you go. Real quick and easy gift idea. And look, let's get our pens in it. I made this for a quilting retreat one time, and I put a friction pen and I put a mechanical pencil in each one and gifted it to all the people at the retreat. Happy quilting!